Hello friends, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So today we will be going up to the chilly mountains of Snowhead and figure out what's going on up there. And it might be a good thing that I'm going up to a cold, cold mountain. It'll help cool my tempers after all the mini-games that I played on the last episode. I'm still a little angry about it, but I've calmed down a bit. So, I'm just doing a little bit of preparation here. I'm just grabbing a quick, simple silver rupee, because I will have to spend a few rupees once I get up to the mountain. But that won't be for a little while yet, still. So we'll just go grab this. There we go. And then we'll make our way up to the mountain. So I've already got the owl statue up there opened up, so I can just Song of Soaring from right here, which is great. There we go. So, let's go get Frosty. To the mountains! Let's get a few supplies from the owl statue here. And it's kind of nice that they do include these like little plants or pots or snowballs just to help get your inventory somewhat back to normal if you are coming here from a time change or a cycle change, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna make our way to the Goron village area, and I completely messed that jump up, my goodness. So let's try that again and not fail. Get straightened out here. Hi, Tingle. Don't have to talk to you until Great Bay, because I already got all your maps. Alright, here we are, Goron Village. Now, on day one, this gatekeeper is up here, meaning it's easy for Human Link to get into the Goron Shrine. On day 2 and 3, this Goron is encased in a snowball. And the only way to break that snowball is through the power of a Goron, which came about after some testing. So I'd have to go and get the Goron mask at that point in order to do anything here in the shrine. But I'm doing this as a bit of a time save, because now I can go talk to the Elder's son. And once I do so, then I'll know that, oh, this child is upset and misses his father. Like so. Daddy, I'm cold, Daddy. So now that we have that knowledge, when we do find the Goron Elder, we don't have to make a backtrack here to actually get that flag set. And I'll do more work in here later once I have the power of a Goron in my possession. And I will also visit that Deku Scrub at some point, because that is where I get the final bomb bag upgrade. But then we have to come back here and talk to Kapora Gabor again. Woohoo! We meet again, fairy child. Have my stone statues been of help? Well, it seems you may have the strength to change the fate of this land, as I had expected. Woohoo! But the road ahead is even more challenging. Many trials await you. Please watch over these Gorons around you. Their land is doomed to be smothered in snow and ice forever. It will become a land where no living thing can survive. It does kind of spook me a bit that the entire sentence is highlighted in "This is important" text. Without courage and determination, you surely will collapse from the extreme conditions. But if that courage and determination burns bright within you, then that's another story. So will you proceed? I'll give you the illusion of choice. Hoo-hoo! You are a child of many strengths. Well, perhaps you do have enough strength to change the fate of this mountain after all. I shall take to the air now, flying towards that shrine across the way, so follow behind me. Do not be daunted by appearances. Instead, let your feelings guide you, and the true path shall open before you. Are you ready? Follow behind me. Hoo-hoo! Now, for anyone who doesn't know, the pathway to the shrine here is different every day. And I think it's even different between day and night. So the fact that Kapora helps you across is a great tool just to also show that's the case, and to teach you about mechanics with the Lens of Truth that I'll get here in just a second. Hoo-hoo! I have certainly been assured of your courage and determination. From here on, you must not be fooled by appearances. You must rely on your feelings. Now enter the shrine. Something that will aid you in your quest lies within. Use that item when returning from here. Hoo-hoo! I think that's the last time we see Kapora for the rest of the game. Okay. And I do believe this is a great place to get bombs. But also, we get the all-seeing Lens of Truth. There we go. Now, I can't recall if there is a heart piece in here. I don't think there is. I think it's just... Yes. But we do have invisible enemies in here, which is a nice touch for a Lens of Truth area. Aha! I fooled you! Just 20 rups. Now this chest is just hiding behind a boulder, but more importantly, I can also open it. 50 rupees. Okay. Well, not bad. That charges me up. If I do get 200 at some point, maybe I will get the biggest bomb bag when I get a chance. But I do need to have the Goron mask before that happens. So as we're coming back from here, as you can see, we have a ghost hanging out here. So if we notice the ghost... Can it be? Are you able to see me? If you truly can see me, then follow behind me. Now, we don't actually have to talk to this ghost here. We can just go... If we do know what we're doing, which, funnily enough, is what I ended up doing when I first played this game, we can just go straight to the ghost's final location, and everything will be normal. But this is what you would do in order to figure that out in the first place. So I think you take this path. So I'm just going to follow along. I'm going to be heading back this way anyway, so it's not like it's a problem. So then Ghost here will just wait here, and if we do come here, then the Ghost goes to the next area, and we continue the chase from that point. So as you can see, Ghost here waits at the bottom, and then we just follow along. Now, nice part is I can take a different path, which is this way, and I can beat the Ghost to the load zone. So here comes our ghost friend. Aha, and there goes a Tektite. Follow along. Just get close. Come on. Are you just gonna go? Nope. You do get to this point. Okay. So then we get to here. Ghost waits one more time. And then we go to the final point, which is along the wall. Now, if only it was springtime, there is a pathway that leads up to the shrine that's up there. But, unfortunately, it is winter, and we don't have that luxury. So, easy way to get across, Deku Water Hop. You can go across the icebergs, but it is much simpler to Deku Water Hop. And then we climb up the ladder here. If you do take time to look up at the ladder, you can see which pathway is the correct one, because there are some fake dead ends. But I just happen to have played this enough that I know which way it is. It's just you go right first, and then you go left, and then you go right once more, and you're at the top. But the lens does help you see the ladder, so you work with that. And there we go. We are up at the top at the Goron Graveyard. And once we're inside, it's our ghostly friend. The Soaring One said that one who could see me would be arriving soon. It seems that it turned out to be true. I am Darmani III. The blood of proud Goron heroes runs in me. This feels strange for me to say, but when I was alive, I was a renowned warrior and veteran. Yes, when I was alive. But alas, I am now dead. I was fine until I marched off to Snowhead by myself, hoping that I could drive off a demon. It had been wreaking havoc on Goron Village. Then the blizzard at Snowhead blew me into the valley, and now, here I am. How infuriating. As I am, I can only watch as Goron Village is slowly buried in ice. I may have died, but I cannot rest. So you can use magic? The Soaring One also told me that you are able to use it. I beg you, bring me back to life with your magic. If it is beyond your power, then I beg of you to do this for me instead. Heal my sorrows. Any way that you can do it will suffice. Please, heal my sorrows. Oh, you hinted at healing, you said. Then listen to the Song of Masks. I mean, the Song of Healing. Oh, what a soothing melody. My sorrows are melting away into the song. And again, this game just goes so well with all of the heavy cutscenes. Especially because the Song of Healing really does sound beautiful. All right. Take my sparkles! And there we go. We now have the Goron Mask. I leave my undying feelings with you. The deeds I accomplished while living are carved on my grave. You should read it. And there we go. The Goron Mask is ours. And now we've got real fast travel. For the Goron Village, I have asked your assistance. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is watch the transformation. It's quite the jawline. But there we go. We are now one with the Goron, and with that we have strength. And of course, they decide to make the gravestone on top of a hot spring water pool, which is something I'll never get. Alright, I do want to try something here, because if this works, this will be great. So we'll do 1, and then we'll do 2. And then we'll roll! I'm going to get a little cutscene stop here, I think, unless I do that. There we go. Make the jump! I got health! So I'm going to have a few uses for hot spring water here in just a second, but I am going to try to quickly get the grotto over here taken care of, because that is another resource of hot spring water, and it's just in case. Like so. So I'm definitely going to have a need for it here in just a second. But that can come later, because you recognize big snowball, there's something underneath it. And that is the Goron Elder. Oops, wrong one. I kind of need to actually state the Goron. So the Goron Elder somehow is able to move locations between days, and will keep being frozen. So we have to figure out which day it is, find the location, and we will be able to find the Goron Elder. Huh? What was I doing?
Ah, it's already this late. I must hurry.
Hold on, what's your rush?
Huh? Oh, you're Darmani. But you're supposed to be dead. Am I hallucinating? Maybe this is also the doing of Snowhead's magic power. I've been made a fool of. But that's impossible. I refuse to flinch. If I can see past the illusion, you'll vanish in an instant.
And this is where, if we have seen the crying child, we can get what we need from here now, as opposed to later.
What? My son is crying because he misses me? Why do you know that? My son misses me. Oh, forgive me, my child. Your father has work to do. Darmani, be you a ghost or a figment of my imagination, I no longer care. If you feel pity for my crying son, then please quietly sing my son to sleep with the song I am about to play on my drum. It is the very same melody that was often played for you when you were young. A little drum session. Huh? Let me play it once more. Oh, yes, like this. It's no good. I can only remember the beginning. I'll just teach you the beginning.
Which is funny, because this could actually be like its own regular ocarina song. So now we've got the Goron Lullaby intro. So now we'll take this, play it for the sun, and that will give us the true Goron Lullaby.
It's not that I forgot it. It's just so cold that I can't play very well. At any rate, I am counting on you.
Now, another cool thing here too. The Goron Elder actually does move. It is very slow to happen, but the Goron Elder will actually move. But the Goron Elder will also get frozen again, which is kind of sad. Now, with this is a backup hot spring source, which I need for one last thing that I can do that's worth to do at this point. And we are going to go back to the main mountain village part, because this is water on a time limit. I would time it with the rock sirloin, but again, this is a time limit, and no way I can get the sirloin in a amount of time that would benefit. So we do this now. We'll come over here. And we'll just go over here. So if I get close enough, I think this will be good. If not, I can just go quickly back it up. There we go. I took care of your problem.
Gabora?
Huh? Oh, you've done me a great favor. Now then, the hearth can finally go to work for me. Thanks. So this is where we can get our sword forged. Gabora, fetch our customer some coffee, quick-like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. Alright, to reforge your sword, it will cost you 100 rupees, and it'll be ready at sunrise. You'll have to let us hold on to your sword until then. Keep in mind that after you use your reforged sword 100 times, it'll lose its edge, and it'll be back to its original sharpness. So would you like your sword reforged for 100 rupees? Yes, please! So this is something that I normally do whenever I play this game, because now I can get my sword forged into the Razor Sword and then the Gilded Sword as I'm doing the events of the Goron Mountain. So I am without a sword for now, but funnily enough, I can get through this with Goron punches and use of a bow. Haha. So now that we got that taken care of, we are now going to go this way. Sadly, I don't have enough rupees at the moment, but hey, we'll see what the rest of the events here will let me do. But now we can go into the Goron Shrine, and we can now go play the lullaby for the crying child. There we go. So I just need a few things ready to go here. Bunny Hood, Ocarina. And then the crying child will recognize it, and then calm down enough to teach us the rest. That song. That's the song Daddy always plays for me before I go to sleep. I'll sing the next part. And just goes right away into chorus mode. And there we go. The Goron Lullaby is now officially in our possession. Also a cute little cutscene here. Also one of the few times you'll hear the Goron Lullaby played on Ocarina, because the lullaby only has one use in the game. And typically you only play it with the Goron drums. So unless you play it proactively on your own time, you really won't hear it in Ocarina. It's just like Daddy's right beside me. And there we go. We have soothed the child, and now he's down for a nap. Blankets listeners and calm while making eyelids grow heavy. And of course everyone else around me too. It is kind of a shame, and I've brought this up before. Oh yeah, I don't have a sword. I have to throw pots. But the other Ocarina songs, so the Goron Lullaby, the New Wave Bossa Nova, and the Elegy, that they don't have any purpose outside of their need to get into the temples. Like, the Sonata of Awakening, there are at least 2 spots in the game where you can play it outside of the temple for something to happen. For anyone who's wondering what 2 that would be, Captain Kida in the graveyard, which is something that you would likely do. And then there's a Deku in the Swamp Spider House that is sleeping in a Deku flower. If you play the Sonata of Awakening, you can wake that Deku up and use the flower. But it gave that song another practical use. So I really wish that the Lullaby, the Bossa Nova, and the Elegy could have purposes outside of the temple that you need to get into. Alright, well, I was in the middle of conversation there, but now it's time for everyone's favorite guessing game. How many pots do I have to break before I get the rock sirloin? Because it can be anywhere from 1 to 5, and if you guessed 1 preemptively, well, sorry. Let's see, is it 2? It is not 2. Well, let's see if 3, 4, or 5 will be the answer. How good is my luck? Get into position. I think this will work. Time. Gotcha! 3 was the magic number. I really do wish that, and I speak this as the base game, but this is from someone who's played randomizers of this quite a bit. If there was some indication that the pot in question with the sirloin had the sirloin and it was obvious from, like, the look of the pot or something. Like, you know, one of those, like, find the differences in these 2 pictures kind of deal type of puzzles. Well, what if it was like, search the exteriors of those 5 pots for some form of difference on one of them, and then that way you'd know, oh, that's the pot. But it would only reward you if you had a keen eye to try and find it. Like, if you didn't know the trick, you would still be guessing it, which is the original intention, so no changes there. But if you were smart and were like, hey, wait a second, that pot looks a little bit off. Maybe that's the one in question. Then it would be like a nice reward for attention to detail. But I digress. We have the rock sirloin right now. So now let's go take it to our hungry Goron friend over here by the frozen waterfall. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Up here, up here! I am sorry to bother you from such a high place, but I am very hungry and I've gotten stuck here. Well, I'll give you the energy to get down. That's it. It's so good that I dream about it. Dodongo Cavern's finest quality rock sirloin. This is my absolute favorite. Blessed be this meal. And also gives the indication that there's a Dodongo's Cavern somewhere in Termina. Or that this Goron knows more about Hyrule Regular than he's letting on. The mysteries abound with this Goron. Maybe it's the frog hat. Oh, my energy has returned to me. I am coming down now. Wait one moment. Geez, you couldn't have fallen down from there? That's easier than climbing up. Oh, I wonder who it might be. Why, if it isn't Armani! You are... alive? Yes, I see. That is the reason why you knew my favorite food. Oh, I almost forgot. Please accept this as a token of gratitude. Not that I really want it, but I have to get the masks anyway, so thanks. It's crafted so well that no one would even think twice if you were to direct the frog choir. I hope that spring will come soon, that I can hear the frog's enthusiastic performance. Hope as I might, it's still cold. I'm going back to Goron Village. Alright, well, while that Goron goes back to Goron Village, we now have all the things we can do here taken care of, so now we can head up to Snowhead. So let's see how well this goes. Yep. Now, there is a heart piece on that pillar out there that I can see with the lens, but I can only get there when I have the Scarecrow Song and Hookshot. So that's an event for way down the line. Okay, so we're going to play a little tricky here, shall we? We'll go this way! Bank shots! And just like that, we're up to Snowhead. Alright, so now that we've got... Oh, I just realized... Oh, hold on, hold on. I am not without ways to hit the owl statue because, thanks to my knowledge of randomizers, I know that Deku Sticks can also hit the owl statues. Huzzah! Knowledge of randomizers comes to save me again. Alright, so if you come up here and you see the blizzard blowing, you can actually use the lens to see that it is a Goron that is causing the blizzards for some random reason. Who knows, maybe the Goron is possessed to keep making the icy winds happening. Oops, I'm so used to having that on. There we go. Now that's better. So now we can play the lullaby to put the actual Goron to sleep as opposed to the invisible forces of ice. Go to sleep, fall into the canyon. Which, just so you know, that Goron does live. If you come back here after us turning the mountain into spring, that Goron will be sitting on one of the pillars behind me and be like, what the heck was I doing? But it's funny how that same thing happened to Darmani up here, and it killed Darmani. So I'm like, do you have to be a really big Goron in order to survive this? Like, the mysteries abound here. Well, we've made it to the temple, and it didn't take very long for us to get up here, which is quite nice. Get right to the action. Here we go, Snowhead Temple. Let's see how well this goes, because I do have to find 15 stray fairies. And I can't skip any puzzles, which is kind of sad. So this is like, hey, big things need big beings to push. Also, you annoying jerks. Not that I need it, but you annoying jerks. Come on. Okay. Alright, well this is a good thing that I've got the... what am I trying to say here? I've got the Great Fairy Mask because I'm going to need it for almost everything here. So I have to come back here later with the fire arrows in order to do the puzzles here. There we go. So I need bow and I need Great Fairy Mask. So that's one. Come on up here, floaty friend. So down here, you would see that there's a bunch of different sections open here, but that's actually an illusion. This is the only side that you can hit the bubble for the straight fairy. Okay, that takes care of that. And then we enter here and we see that this is the big central room of the temple. All the way up at the top. Alright, well, we got a few puzzles to figure out here, so let's get started. So we'll come over here first. Now I think that... Can you still push this as regular Link? Yes, you can. But it is gonna be super slow, and I forgot how slow block pushing was. So we can get in there to get the key right away, but if you're smart and think, oh, what if I push this right to the end? Then you get rewarded. There we go. And there's a chest that I'll get when I come from the other side. That's what I have to remember to do, is all things at the other side. But, small key number 1. Alright, let's go. So now we go over here, and then this is where we learn about makeshift fire arrows. I don't think it's actually possible to get a hot spring water bottle up here quick enough, but I could be wrong. Okay, I don't have a sword, but I do have a bow. And that's good enough. Okay, so I do have to come back here with a heat source, because there's no way I can get those torches. But I do have a compass. Oh, hey, wait a sec. I got a compass before a dungeon map. Interesting. Well, get out of here. Okay, I do know that that is a box with a stray fairy in it. Gotcha! Come on down. Don't be afraid. Alright, so again, yep, I just have to wait until I have a heat source. So, then we'll deal with everything later. Now then, I do remember that in order to get up here proper, I need to shoot a few icicles. So my usual stunt with this one, just to save a little time. Oops. Well, attempt to save a little time. Is hit them all once, because you get a cutscene afterwards. So, a little bit of a time save. Okay, I think that'll do. Oops. We need to climb up. Oops. I need to climb up, not past. Gotcha. Maybe I'll get 200 rupees by the end of this, depending on how things work. So then we get over here. Again, they used the Lens of Truth concept quite well. Plenty of areas for illusions. Anything? Well, it's kind of working. Alright, Strength of the Goron. And boom. And that makes small key number 2. Now, it would save me a lot of time if I do manage to get 200 rupees, so I think I'm actually going to let myself get these rupees. I don't know, does this give me arrows? Because I could use them. Perfect. Stock me right back up. Oops, right. I have to be tall and not a Goron to be able to climb up there, so we have to climb up this way. Ah, fine. I can do this! Now, thankfully for the second forging, I don't need rupees. I just need gold dust. So the rupees can go towards that biggest bomb bag. Okay, now I have to remember how to do this puzzle. So these switches here. Push things up. Okay. So there's no time limit. I know there's one that comes later that has a time limit. And I know there's a stray fairy in here, which I'll get eventually. So yes, now I remember the trick. It's you have to push this big one in while the timer's still going. And climb up this one to get over here. Managed. So I'm gonna wait for everything to just happen. Gotcha. And now you can just come to me while everything happens. Come now, stray fairy. Don't be afraid. There we go. That makes number 5. Oops. I don't need the lens. I need the Goron mask. And let's go. Now, thankfully, they introduced the concept of going across ramps with a safety net present, which is quite nice. All right, up we go. And then here we go with Wizrobe fight number 1. Now, since I do not have a sword, I am just going to use arrows. Now, thank goodness for the compass. It actually tells you where the real Wizrobe is. Gives you a bit of a preemptive strike. Gotta time it right. Ah, so close. If you do time it right, you can hit the Wizrobe in the middle of that cutscene just before it starts playing. And you can delay it, which is a really cool skill. Oops, right. Takes more when you're just using regular arrows. I am so used to using elemental arrows. Or, more recently, swords. Alright, and for our trouble, we get the all-powerful flame source on a stick. The fire arrows. There we go. So now we can do things in the dungeon. First things first. I think I have to go back to do a few things. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom here. For now. Oops, I missed the switch. So yeah, raising the platform I'll do in a bit, but I do need to get a few things down here first before I think about that. So that was quite a sight. Alright, stray fairy number 6. There we go, nice refilled. Alright, so now that we're up to this one, we'll go back here. Because now that I've got the flame source, I can do all the things in the room. Burn! Oh, I want those.
Burn! Burn!
Burn all the things. Oops, that was quite the camera turn. But that is the third small key. So I do need that, because there is a way up to the 4th floor that does need it. So we'll go this way as a bit of a shortcut up. For a moment, anyways. Stray Fairy number 7. And now I remember this is where the dungeon map is, so I could have come up here and got that first. So, still follows the same logic, it just depends on what order you get it. So dungeon map and compass. Alright, so now let's take care of the freezer that's always in the way. We'll take the shortcut up. Because I'm already here thinking about it. I am going to get the stray fairy that is still in this room. But I sadly do not have a hook shot for this. So now we have to play the good old game of how good are my stepping abilities. Geez, I can do this well enough. I fail in North Clocktown. But there we go. Alright, now if I'm right, I think the right way to go about this is to raise the pillar. Because I can still get all the things once I've raised the pillar. But I do have to go back to this area over here, because now that I've got Flame Source, it's much easier to get up. Okay, this might be a bit heavy on the magic. So let's take you out. And that. Burn! Alright. So I'm out of magic, but I don't need it any further for this room. But oh, I just noticed there's a pot over there. Maybe that's got some magic hiding in it. Let's go see. Gotta throw the pots. Okay, nothing in you, but I got a jar, and that's fine with me. Now, I'm just gonna check, just to be sure. Not enough. So I do have to play the block push game. Thankfully, it's not the worst. Been ages since I've played this. Because normally I come in here with the hook shot or a tall body. That's one way to get these. Alright, we're up to 9. So I think I have to do 1, 2, and 3. And then we're up here. Oops. Camera. Play nice. My goodness, directions don't update immediately. Okay, now that we're on straight. Camera. There we go. That should not have been as difficult as it was. Alright, now we're back here, and we can use the stepping stones to get across. Aha. You might have fooled me once. Not this time. And that's Stray Fairy number 10. Alright. Now, we're gonna get frozen, because I'm like, wait a second, I can touch cold ice. And now we're into here. Oh. 2... and 3. I am gonna need more magic, though. I just noticed. But we took care of the first issue. So let's go. More magic. Hey, big jar. One thing I definitely noticed going from Ocarina to Majora, the magic jars heal much more magic per acquisition. So I think the small jars and big jars both heal twice as much magic as they did... Oh, pardon me there. They do twice as much as in Ocarina. And now then, I think it's time we raise the roof, or in this case, the pillar. Let's go. Now I have to remember, don't break the pillar sections until I have got the boss key. Ooh, more magic? You might be good for me. Nope, just more arrows. Oh, what about over there? Yes, more magic. Jeez, how many bank shots was I doing on that one? Alright, so now we have to go through this the back way, which I know I kind of already started doing, but this time we'll actually go up. Look at how much progress I've made, and it's still the first day. Like, not even the first night, just first day. But as you can see, it's still easy enough to go through this temple without your sword. So if you're smart enough with it, the practicality of going through all of Goron City and the temple here without your sword saves a lot of time. Alright, so now we have to go over here. Take this nice and safe. And now we're in here. No. Oops, I missed. I'm failing the snowball fight. Just so you don't bother me. Okay, I need the lens for an eye shot here. Ah yes, you can't use elemental arrows when your magic is currently occupied. Ow. So come on down. Heal me up. Okay, now that I've got that, elemental arrows. And I'll take the Goron mask because I could need a little help. Because I don't have a sword, and that does make it a little bit more awkward fighting these Dynalphos. Or Lizalfos, I don't remember. Let's actually check. Dynalphos! Wow! That was quite the hit. Okay. Goron punches. They're great. Alright. Well, that's all but one stray fairy, which is really great. Now, I do remember, however, that the 15th one in here is very difficult to get to if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. And now, let's actually do elemental arrows for increased damage. And you're in the corner. Not enough. Alright, but good, you're right there. So I think I'll have enough for this to work. Gotcha! I'm out of magic, but I beat Wizrobe. I'm okay with this. So I'll just take a moment, get a little extra in the resource department. Thank you so much. And it's the boss key! And Goron is too tall for this angle. Alright, now, next step would be to lower the pillar's height by bashing out the sections. But I do want to try, if I can remember which angle this is at, and not, like, lose... Oh, I think it's over... Yeah, if I remember, it's this. Oh, I think I saw... I just gotta inch my way forward just a little bit. Yes, it's just in that little section there. I can just barely make it out. So if I make this jump right... Ha-ha! Success! And that's every stray fairy. So, I might have to raise the pillar again. I'm not sure how that will work. But, I've got all 15 stray fairies. I'm just going to go ahead and send them all in and get the extended magic meter reward. Because, as I said, being able to get more magic for a fight that requires high use of magic is a great reward to incentivize you to get the stray fairies before you fight the boss. So if I remember, that entrance was up there, so the great fairy is just down here. And there we go. 15 stray fairies returned. The great fairy is back to normal. And there we go. Extended magic belongs to us. We're so magical! Alright, now we gotta make our way back up to the temple, so... time to roll. Now, I will say that the Great Fairy reward for this one, like, you can certainly still get by just as much as you could with Woodfall. And to be fair, that's the same with any temple. This one, I would say, is the least impactful, because like, you can still beat Goat with regular magic. You are given plenty of chances to increase your magic as you're rolling around. Like, that's how it mechanically works. But being able to say, okay, let's step aside for a moment and get some jars can take you way out of the race, so it's just in case. Okay, good. The pillar is still up. So now I can climb up and bash the sections of the pillar down the regular way. It does require me to get up a little bit. My goodness, all the things I've managed to do in just 12 in-game hours. Like, this is impressive. Oops, I missed. That freezer always being in the way. Like, unless that's meant to be an indication of, hey, look up here, that freezer just is placed solely to get burned. Okay, now does Tattle say anything about this pillar? Yes. Why is this the only pillar that's a different color? Too bad there wasn't a thing that says maybe it can be slipped out of the pillar, because this is what tripped me up for ages when I played this temple. Like, legitimately, I was stuck and I didn't know what to do at that point. Like, I've seen Goron's strength for pushing things, but I've not seen Goron's strength for punching objects. Now, this one's the fun one, because we have to go down to get this. And then we have to climb back up that hill, which is very easy to fall down. But there we go. Everything is all set. We go up. And now we can get through. magic while I can get it. Now we're 41 rupees off of being able to get the 200. Which, in all fairness, is not bad. Alright. We're in. And there's Goat, all frozen. You know, we could just keep Goat there and, you know, like, try to hurt it through the ice, but unfortunately, that's not how that works. Aha! Timed it right! It's my little thing that I like to do is, can I put on the Goron mask before Goat unfreezes? And this time, it worked! Now, time to roll! Now, with no sword, I can't do super effective damage. But I have the ability to punch with Goron and the ability to roll with Goron, so this is practice for the Goron races. Oh, I missed. Aha! See how many times I get hit with the lightning bolts. Now what I want to do is launch off a hill into Goat's back, which will knock Goat down, and allow me to get in a few punches, which I completely failed at doing, so that's on me. So at the very least, I can just inflict a few hits. Oh, there we go, I got hit. That lightning bolt is very good at knowing what direction you're gonna go. So you have to, like, vary your angle of impact. So, 1, 2, butt slam. As you can see, like, you go through a lot of magic here. Those jars have been helping, but I would have lost my roll fairly early on if not for it. Oh, drifting along the snow here. That's a good save. So, getting that extended magic meter, as you can see, a great tool to help you get through this fight if you are struggling. Now, what can be a struggle is keeping your roll power. Okay, we are definitely near the end. Bombs are one of the last things on Goat's inventory of things to interrupt us. Got a good shot on that one. Oh, thanks. If you want to catch up, always stay to the inside. Not enough. Should be soon. Ah, got hit twice. Now, if you really, really are struggling with this, what you can do... Oh, you stopped me. Oh, I think Goat has decided to stay still. Oops. Long shot snipe! That goes into what I was saying you could do. You can still hurt Goat with arrows. So you can just park it in a safe spot, wait for Goat to pass by, and fire an arrow and do some damage. But that is the very, very slow way to do it. But look at that, another boss fight that ended in an awesome way. And Goat's remains belong to us. Well, that's 2 out of the 4. Great Bay and Ikana Canyon are all that's left. What exactly are all of you? We're giants, can't you tell? But again, adding to the mystery here. Guardians. Guardians? So, you're protective gods? That's why you're in the temples. But why are the protective gods... No, wait, are you listening to me? Hey! Wait! And now, with Snowhead's curse taken care of, spring is back in the mountains. Oh. Oh. Everything is nearly back to how it should be. Awesome. Alright, now ordinarily this would be where I'd end the episode because, hey, it's been about an hour, I've taken care of the temple, all is good. But, the only thing that I have left that I'm going to be doing this cycle is the powder keg test, the Goron race, and the reforging of my sword into a gilded sword when things go well. So, you're getting an extended episode today. So, hallelujah. Also, bees! Ah, yes, there's that pathway that leads up to the Goron Shrine that I still seriously think should have become accessible through some method before climbing up in the first place. Like, maybe there's something you could have done up there that you could then use the pathway going down. But that's just me. Now, I am going to do something here because I did just remember a trick I could do. I need explosives. And for a quick and easy 50, or in this case 20, I'm so used to randomizers I can never remember what the odd rewards are now. So now I've got 200 rupees, and with that, I can get the biggest bomb bag, and I don't have to go out of my way to remember to get it, which is great. Hello, Deku. Doing business with a focus on the Goron clientele. Right now, I've got a special trade-in offer just for you. I'll give you my biggest bomb bag, regularly priced at 1,000 rupees. In return, you give me your big bomb bag and just 200 rupees. Which is why we needed to progress normally there. But we got the biggest bomb bag. That item upgrade is now taken care of. Alright, so now we'll go over here and it's time for the powder keg test. Here we go. I've always wondered there, that little splashing sound that just happened, I wonder if that's done in error and it's not like a Goron's type of sound, you know? I'm the Goron who sells the powder keg, the most famous product of the Gorons. Want a powder keg? Powder kegs explode with powerful blasts and are very dangerous. Until I have tested you to see if you can use them properly, I can't let you use any on your own. Will you give it a try? Well, of course I will. If you can destroy the boulder that blocks the entrance to the Goron racetrack near here, using the powder cake I'm about to give you, then I'll approve you to carry them. And of course, to progress the plot, we need this certification. When the powder cake begins ticking faster, it means it's about to explode, yada yada yada, go blow up that boulder. Oops. Good thing there's plenty of time on the clock for this. Now, I'm only saying this now, but I can guarantee I'm going to forget at one point. There is a second need for powder keg. Well, actually, no. The second need would mean there's only two uses. There's a third need for powder kegs later in Ikana Valley that I forget 99% of the time. So I'm hoping that me saying this now will help me remember about that in the future, because it'll be kind of funny if I miss remembering that. Alright, moving along here. Hopefully I don't submerge myself in the water, because it would be funny and sad. Just gotta get across the bridges. Alright, looking good. And there's the Goron child, just eagerly awaiting, wanting to go see the races. Okay, so a Goron pound can't suddenly take care of the the powder keg. Can I punch it? Nope. Powder keg is punch-proof, apparently. Well, at least this goes to show how much time I had left. Wow, that timer was moving a lot slower than I thought. Way to go, Darmy! That was cool! Come on, if we don't hurry, the race will start. Well, I am going to just quickly go back to the Goron village to get my certification for powder keg, because if I don't, I am going to forget. I have actually done that before playing this, where you don't pass by blowing up the boulder. You pass by blowing up the boulder and then going back to see the keg master. And I have done it where I've blown up the boulder, done the race, but then forgot to go back and talk to him by restarting time. So I had to do the certification again in a different cycle to even get certified to use the keg. There we go. Oh, it looks like you managed to succeed. Knowing your skills, I feel fine letting you handle powder kegs on your own. It was bad of me to put you through such a dangerous test. I want you to take this as my apology. The powder keg! Now, in the game itself, this is the quote-unquote certification. So, like, there's no magical flag that says, hey, you can now wield powder kegs, as randomizers have taught me. So, the ability to wield powder kegs, or be able to buy powder kegs, is given to you when powder kegs are officially registered in your inventory. There's no, again, no magical flag in the game that says ability to wield powder keg equal true kind of deal. So now that powder keg has a mark in my inventory, I can now buy powder kegs whenever I need them. But now that that's taken care of, time to do another mini-game that infuriates me, the Goron races. As I am oft to do, I will show one attempt. If I fail, I will show a completed attempt after. So, let's see what these Goron races will do to tick me off. In 3, 2, 1, go. Now this time I actually have to keep an eye on jars. I don't have infinite magic. So get jars. And also stay in spike mode whenever I can. This is going to be terrible. Oh, keeping spikes is going to be hard with this group. Yep, and I gotta get over the hills first, too. Now, I can't guarantee this in the front, but I know that these Gorons have a little bit of rubber banding AI to keep up with you if you are ahead. So, maybe they're a little slower once I have slipped up. Okay, you got the jar before me. Nope. Gotta stay in the center. Gotta stay on. Gotta get a jar. Good. Try to slam into a few Gorons here. I'm making the final push now, which is good. I can keep this up. Hit you into a wall, perhaps, or out of the way. Maybe? Oh, get out of my way. This is my win! First try! That was great! I knew you were the fastest Goron, Darmy. I was sure you'd get first place. This is from Daddy. It's the prize. The bottle that contains gold dust. I want to be just like you. Quick! Wow, I feel great that only took one try. Like, I know how my other randomizers have gone. That usually takes me 3 or 4 runs, and they usually have something embarrassing happen halfway through. That time, I had slip-ups, and I still won, so that's great. Alright, well, I got a little time here. I am going to make a quick pit stop to the Goron town here, because I don't normally do stuff like this. Oh, yes, they let the heat in. I don't normally do stuff like this when I'm playing randomizer, since I'm just playing really fast. But when you do take care of all of the business with the temple, the Gorons gather here with the Elder, who has returned from the icy imprisonment. So... Oh, Darmani! I've been waiting impatiently for you. I have been waiting for your arrival ever since I heard the news. I had heard that you, the one whom I once thought to be dead, had sealed off the blizzard that was blowing in from Snowhead. Thanks to you, spring has come to Goron Village. Everyone is pleased. The greatest Goron hero of all? That's Darmani! The immortal Goron who is not dead even if he has died? That's Darmani! The star whom we wish upon? That's Darmani! Darmani, greatest of Gorons! Darmani, the greatest of Gorons! Darmani is the greatest in the world! Greatest in the world! My son got better immediately. He went to see the Goron races that celebrate spring. This time I, protector of this tribe for so many years, choose to yield the seat of tribal patriarch to a younger one. The Goron who makes calm decisions, yet boasts courageous determination and can take care of all shall be the patriarch. The chosen one, Darmani, is you! There could be no other! What do you think? If it's you, everyone would happily accept you as the patriarch. What? You need not answer so quickly. Go, enter the Goron race. Think it over slowly. I am awaiting a thoughtful response. So it's kind of cool that we taking over as Darmani could, in theory, become the tribe leader of the Gorons, even though we are just someone impersonating Darmani right now. It's a good thing they don't remember this when time cycles change back. Oh, that's cool. The music pops in when you come out of the Goron village. Nice. Even though it's nighttime, that's even better. I like this. Well, we've done all of the major things that we can do here in the village. And there's nothing we can even do going up to Snowhead again. Not right now anyways. There is that heart piece on the pillar that I need the hook shot for. But that will come much later. So, there is one last thing we can do. And that's go over here to the mountain smithy. Break the sign. And now with an ocarina, and I'll take the gold dust out already. It's time to advance the days and get some stronger swords. So I can't believe I managed to do everything there is up here in the mountain for right now in like 18 in-game hours. That's impressive even for me. So, you've got a sword? I'll take the sword. The Razor Sword. And it's cool that it's like still somewhat short like the Kokiri sword. You can tell the sword has just been forged to a sharper edge. But yes, if I do hit things 100 times with this sword before upgrading it to its new unbreakable form, I will lose it and it turns back into a Kokiri sword again. And this sword does not come back with me through time. Now here's a secret. If you bring me gold dust before the sword loses its edge, I'll be able to make it the strongest sword around. You got that? Gold dust. Oh, you mean this gold dust? Let's see. Take a look at your sword. Hey, now that's a mean joke. Your sword has already been reforged into a razor sword. Unless, do you want me to make your sword stronger? To do that, I'll need gold dust. Do you have any? And just so happens that I do. Why, if it isn't gold dust, and it's even top quality, Well, even if I use it to reforge your sword, there'll still be some left. Alright, just for you, I'll do this for free, but don't tell anyone. Alright, we got this all set up. So we just have to turn it to day 3. And we will get the Gilded Sword. This is very exciting for me because the Gilded Sword is my favorite sword in this game. Like, I love the Fierce Deity sword, I love the Great Fairy sword, but the Gilded Sword's design I just like. And, like, it being a one-handed sword makes it even better. Like, I do like the shield sword combination. Not that I don't mind doing a two-handed sword giant swing, but there's something about the Gilded Sword that I just love. And there we go, fully upgraded into the Gilded Sword. It is now unbreakable and will even travel back through time with me. And it's just like, oh, I'm just going to keep the rest of the gold dust anyway. Hope you don't mind. But there we go, strongest sword in the one-handed possession. The Gilded Sword is mine. Take this, bees! There we go. You stung me! Look at that. Alright, so, now that we've got that all taken care of, I'm gonna go make my way back to town, and see, there you can see the full view of the ladder going up, all of the dead ends therein. Just kind of a nice touch. Alright, and there's nothing else that I can set up to do at this point for anything productive, so I can actually make a new cycle starting once I go deposit these few rupees. Because I need as many rupees as I can get. Might as well not waste these 31, you know? I am going to have to withdraw a few starting the next cycle because I will probably need to buy a few things. So, let's just get these deposited real quick-like. And with that, I think it's time we put the Goron saga to a close. Time to go back into time. Back to the first day. And with that... Oh, yes, Tattle says Ocean is through Westgate, but we will take care of more things on the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed all that. It was quite the adventure up there in the mountains, I will say once again. Again, just how fast I managed to get things done up there, I am quite impressed with that outcome. So... hopefully things will continue to go this smoothly for the rest of the playthrough. We are technically at the halfway point of the game, and I'd say even with all the side quests I've done, this is a good halfway point. But I do know that I've got a little bit more work to do. I know that what I'm probably about to do on the next episode is another get things done in the background before I seriously explore other areas type of deal. So there will be a lot of action on the next episode, so hopefully you will look forward to it as well. So until then, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.